Hello and welcome to Success Domain International. I am Richard Anebamoy, and I'm very excited to share this short video presentation with you. In this presentation, I'd like to be talking to us on creating a conducive atmosphere for your development. Creating a conducive atmosphere for your development. Now, in dealing with this subject, I'd like to look at two particular words: atmosphere and development. What do I mean exactly by the word atmosphere? I simply mean a particular environment or a surrounding influence. A particular environment or a surrounding influence. For instance, an atmosphere of encouragement, an atmosphere of doubt, an atmosphere of excitement, an atmosphere of defeat, an atmosphere of commitment. This is what I mean. You see, because as an individual, in order to progress through life, you've got to learn to create a conducive atmosphere for your development. Now, what do I mean by the word development? I simply mean a process of moving from one level to another, a process of change, a process of expanding, a process of becoming more effective and efficient. And now, for all the things that I've just spoken about to occur, you need an environment that is congruent, an environment that is conducive. And this is very important for you to understand. As I deal with this subject, let me give you two practical examples. Let's take a grain seed, for instance. A grain seed full of potential can grow, has the capabilities to reproduce more of itself. But you see, when the seed is placed on an environment that is not conducive, the potential will be meaningless. The capabilities will not be harnessed. So it's important to understand that your environment must be congruent and must be conducive for your development. Let me give you another instance. Now let's take a fish, for instance, from the waters and place it on the earth. What happens is that the fish will die. Now the question is, why will the fish die, since it needs oxygen to survive and to live? Because there is oxygen in the water and there is oxygen on the earth. We can respond to that question from two perspectives. One, by design. So the fish is not designed to live in that environment in which it died. It is designed to live in the waters. So because by design, it hasn't got the capabilities to extract oxygen on the earth. But you see, when in the water, the capabilities that have been built within it enables it to extract oxygen from the water. And when the fish is in the right environment, it can develop, it can reproduce, it can fulfill its purpose and its potential maximized. So it is important to understand that when you are in an environment that is not conducive for your development, you cannot progress, you cannot expand, you cannot grow. Now take a human being, for instance. When you put a human being in the waters, it will not survive. Without artificial means, without external features, it will not survive. Why? Because you also got oxygen that you can inhale in the waters, and you've got oxygen on the air that we inhale and we survive. The reason is because of design. We are not designed to live in the waters. See, by design, we are supposed to live on the air. And because of that design, we are able to inhale oxygen and to survive. Again, it brings us back to the environment. You see, when your environment is not congruent with your design, when your environment is not conducive for your development, you can't grow. So you can't grow. And this is important. Now, I say this to you because it is pivotal. If you must be successful, if you must fulfill your purpose and destiny in life, you've got to learn to create a conducive atmosphere for your development. As a matter of fact, right now, a lot of people aren't developing anymore. A lot of people aren't growing anymore. And the reason is because they are in an environment that is not conducive for their development. You are possibly in a relationship right now that is toxic to your development. You are hanging around some friends right now that is toxic to your development. And you've got to learn to create an environment that is conducive for your growth, because this is pivotal for your success. This is critical if you must get to the next level of life. Now, let me give you two examples of what you can do to start creating an environment that is conducive for your development. Number one, reading, learning. So you got to learn to read. You have to glean information from great minds, wisdom from great minds. You see, it was Charlie Tremendous Jones that says, you will be in 5 years what you are today, except for two things: the books you read and the people you meet, or the people you associate with. You will be in 5 years what you are today, except for two things: the books you read and the association that you make. It is very important now that you've got to read, you've got to study. So the Holy Bible says, study to show yourself approved, a workman that needs not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing. So you've got to study to show yourself approved. You've got to glean information that is relevant to where you are going, that is relevant to your purpose, to your mission, and to your commitment in life. It's very important. And when you glean information, it is not enough to glean those information, but you've got to put them to practice. You've got to practicalize the information that you have been able to glean from these great minds. And secondly, you've got to keep the right association. See, you got to keep the right association. The scripture says that evil communication corrupt good manners. You've got to keep the right association. You see, when the associations that you keep are not conducive for your development, you've got to change them. You've got to change them, because it is very important. The people you hang around with will contribute to your development. They will impregnate you with things that will cause you to go from one level to another. Your interaction with these kind of people will cause you to metamorphose into new things, into new visions, into new ideas, into new processes. And this is very, very important for your development. So my friends, if you want to succeed, if you must fulfill your God-given purpose, if you must move to the next level, you've got to read, you've got to keep the right association. You know why? Because your environment is important in your development. Your environment is important in your moving from one level to another. I want to leave you with just these two examples. In my next presentation, I'll be talking to you more. But you see, do not forget, read, find the material, find information that will cause you and motivate you to do the things that you have not done before. Hang around the people that are going somewhere. Mix with people that have ideas, that are moving. Hang around them so that they help you create an environment that is conducive for your development. On that note, I want you to remember that there is a seed of greatness that lies within you. Now go to work and make it happen. Until our next presentation, God bless.